Hey, what's up guys? Um this is just a video about the recent passing of Akira Toriyama because it just it's definitely sad. It's very heart-wrenching as well. For me it was a very deeply saddening moment, and it just it was kind of saddening. Like, I can't really describe it any more than really that. It was unbelievable, if you will. But I guess that brings upon the question why Akira Toriyama's death wasn't that bad. Now, I guess for some people, they question and say, why is this even a question, let alone why is something like this even said? Well, I'd say the reason it was brought to fruition was because of how Toriyama affected the world of manga and how Toriyama brought about the betterment of creativity and fruition with manga. His creative mind gave complete aid and gave the branches to the world of Dragon Ball. Well, more like the world of just manga, if you will. It brought about such a very it was the seed at which everything branched off of. It was opening a world of like a magnificent sense for creativity. I say Toriyama's death isn't that bad because of what he's done with the time he was here, and how much could be said about what he truly brought with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It was a amazing series. So much creativity came from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's not about it's not only about creating something, but also the meaning it holds and how the creator emphasizes its importance, making everything around them better. Meaning how much time and effort was truly put into it, and how much he was willing to correct things because of how fans reacted to things, and the fact that he actually could take criticism and didn't just overstrain and stress the thought of where the story was going, despite some of the things he might have missed. The emphasis that the creation holds and has held from the time, the effort put into it allows people like me to be easily influenced in creating our own stories, our own characters, our own worlds, which were all inspired by the creativity of one man and his story. Construction, criticism, creativity, patience, dwelling thoughts, and I'm very much sure embarrassment were all like held in high regard to creating a story like Dragon Ball Z. It's a story that features some of the most direct speeches that provide aid to the weak and the unjustly treated, let alone the unmotivated. Providing a reason for those who feel like life is meaningless or lacks creativity by giving them something to look forward to, like on a Saturday morning, such as a nice breakfast and a glass of orange juice. Bright eyes and a broad horizon light up when seeing the golden hair of legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku, um, bringing about a new form of manga that invokes desired emotions in children. As a child, I, like many others, would become energized, surprised, ecstatic upon seeing these characters. It was amazing to see their strength and inspiration. It allowed young people like myself to see the importance of teamwork even when you have opposing views. Examples is Goku and Vegeta. One's super hothead and the other one is superbly charismatic, who only caters to the fact of strength. And even in spite of not playing a heroic role, shows that no matter how much strength he maintains, he always caters and cares for the fact that people have emotions and that the innocent shouldn't die. He also, is coveted for the weak. He's more like a vigilante than anything else. He's if it's his home and that's what he considers his home, that's what he'll protect. Um, but it did bring about some stubborn thoughts and maybe some actions, like the whole powering up thing. It was a pretty corny thing to do as a kid, but it was always so funny to do. And it was always so fun to do. And, like me and my brother, when we were younger, we would play fight and stuff. But, you know, despite those thoughts and those actions and words emerging from the result of watching Dragon Ball Z, it was still a very humorous yet serious TV show that was captivating and thought provoking. Dragon Ball, the predecessor to Dragon Ball Z, showcased the origin of martial arts, teaching combat, and even near death experiences. I am one of many who take pride in the fact that I was able to watch this show while growing up. The show had a simplistic viewership, yet it gave off fluent thoughts and pure tone aggression. Um, though certain things may seem bad in the show, nothing is ever truly portrayed as bad when you think about what was seen and said. Goku was always a very considerably innocent child who never had any purposeful bad thoughts, let alone any origin of evil distribution. He never wanted to solicit himself that type of mindset. Then again, he was it on the head anyway, but it's still the fact that even where certain plot points were missing, they were correcting it in the future and all that other stuff as well. But it was always such a fun show to be able to watch. Dragon Ball was super funny as for me as a kid. Um, but it's amazing to think about how many things would have been missed if Toriyama didn't work on Dragon Ball for as long as he did. His long-standing involvement in the franchise has allowed for the creation of such incredible content and evolving storylines. The original flaws in Dragon Ball have been improved upon, resulting in a vast horizon of stories and branches from the main tree. A few examples of like popular anime series that have branched off from Dragon Ball include like One Piece, Black Clover, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen from branching from Naruto, which also branches from Dragon Ball, Bleach as well. But there's so many more that have been brought upon from the tree renowned as Dragon Ball. Toriyama is known as the god of manga and is truly deserving of the title. His work has had a profound impact on the manga industry, producing like probably almost 30 years of incredible stories from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and well, even Dragon Ball Super, um, which I believe Totoro is handling. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll do some more research on that. This is kind of like raw footage, if you will. It's not really gonna get cut. It's just more so about talking about it. Um, you can see like the anime and stuff like that in the background. None of that would have really come about if he just never made Dragon Ball. It was just such an inspiring yet astonishing show, and it's kind of heart wrenching that he passed. Um, what's truly amazing is his death for me, despite being sad, gives me a gleeful happiness because while he was here, he created such an amazing story, and I can only imagine the amount of effort that went into such a exalting creation. Must be exhausting as well because it was said that he put in like a lot of effort into it, and you know it's very much sad that his passing came before the finish because they said he was working on so many projects before before his passing, and they said Dragon Ball Daima was just going to be what would happen before before season 2 of um Dragon Ball Super. But a true appreciation has came about his death, at least in regards to me. Like it made me realize that time is truly precious. It's like we don't really recognize how much of it we're wasting. In the grand scheme of things, he was 44. No, he was 46 years older than myself. He's 68. He was nowhere near old. Nowhere near old. Old would have been an extra 20 years on top of that. That's what I would consider because my great great grandma was like 90 something before she passed, and my great 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 grandma was also like 90 something before she passed. They lived for such a long time, even in regards to their very out there lifestyles and very inspiring words. Um, his story has inspired many people to put in a better effort, while his passing deeply saddened the entire anime community. The Godfather, renowned for his amazing creations, is unfortunately no longer with us. But this allows me to take a realization that my focus on giving a better effort and what I'm truly doing with my time is so much more important. It's remarkable how someone I've never met has affected me in so many ways. It's comforting to know that a creation can positively impact so many people despite being here for such a short time. He's referred to as a legend, and may he rest in peace, beating God. Um, in spite of the time that I may have wasted personally, I believe, though I may not have much of it left, because it makes me truly realize how you can pass at such a youthful age. It makes me want to put forth the utmost effort. This is not just in reference to what Toriyama's done for the community and those who feel like the world is falling apart around them. It's 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 just very much inspiring to realize that even with such short time, I can do so much within that. And it's not that I gotta always stay busy every day, wasting my life away and then caring about others more so than caring about myself. But it's very comforting to know that creation can really do something like that. Um, but the inspiration that Toriyama has brought is so amazing in the short time he was here. But also, this has given me a realization that God has given me all that I need. It's just about starting, like spreading the gospel, creating content, and improvising the world to unleash my creativity is all that I take notice of in regards to his passing. Does that mean his passing was only just a meaning of inspiration? No, but it allows you to know that even when somebody's passing is came about, that it isn't just something you should be like sad for. It's something that you should be happy that they're in a better place, but also saddened about the fact that they are truly gone. You are allowed to feel both of these at the same time. Um, but when it comes to creating more content, improvising things for the world, and unleashing my creativity, I won't just be doing this for myself. I'll be doing this for those who lack what I have. And I'll be doing it for those who are in unfortunate situations or those who are unable to hear the gospel, let alone manage their time effectively. And I believe most importantly, I do it for those who feel like the world around them is falling apart. But I would just like to say it's a temporary moment in time that's affecting them, or they can be restored as soon as they put forth more effort than they are currently. They have the potential given to them through God by grace. Um, I can't claim to be the most pure or effective disciple or spreader of the gospel, if you will, but I'm willing to learn from instruction and accept criticism, practice my patience in order to be able to spread a positive message that is more uplifting than my past actions or gestures. I uphold Toriyama to such a high regard that my entire day afterwards of figuring out what happened was merely just dedicating and reposting the memories he gave me and others. I spent that day crying and bawling my eyes out, but it's just he gave everyone around him a graceful amount of creativity and inspiration that no artist in my current time has really given me. Couldn't even give me that through like music. Um, I always had a strong desire to meet him or even work with him, as he was my favorite manga artist. And me and my friend are currently working on a story heavily influenced by all the main series Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, etc. I had high hopes that it could happen. It would be a dream come true, but unfortunately, it may not happen due to the current circumstances. However, I still do believe that we can continue to work on the story and continue getting more ideas and correcting any missed plot points that we may have and making improvements to the story. We will keep pushing forward to get it out there and allow the world to experience our creative minds. My friend Mars Million is the original creator of the soon to be series known as Hell Hunters, which incorporates elements of Demon Slayer as well. But I guess to kind of like close the video off, I don't want to hold up any more of you guys' time. I understand that you've been listening to this discussion about whether Toriyama's death was really that bad. However, I believe it is up to you to decide. Personally, I believe his death has given me a greater drive and improved my sense of time, made me more effective, and desire to finish our work. But most importantly, it's unleashed the creative potential that could only have ever come from one of the biggest legends in the world of anime, Toriyama, the godfather of manga. So, thank you all for watching, and you know, check me out on streams and stuff. Remember to rate, like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you if you watched this far. I do truly appreciate it. It is all love. Um, yeah, it's personally his death was a big inspiration for me to realize how much time I truly have left, and that God can take me out at any point in time if he felt as if my effectiveness was there. But I want to say thank you if you viewed this far. I really appreciate it. I will be a lot more active when it comes to doing my streams. I'll be focusing on uploading next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do have a prayer for just a mere moment. Um, Dear God, my condolences are true to be given toward Toriyama, his family, let alone the entire community who was affected by his loss, and those who feel a deepened sadness in regards to his passing. I pray that others whom, though they feel his they feel pain in regards to his sadness, can come to a realization that he truly was a very big yet inspiring creator who gave everyone the realization that the love for work is something super important when it's your creation and it's something you strive for. Um, all in all, thank you so much, dear God, for listening, and I thank you so much. I pray for all of those who have watched the video, let alone this far. Uh, I just I give hope and I would like for you to give hope and faith in a relative note to all of those who are watching and more. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Restless Taylor, and I'm out.